All right, thanks once again for watching Blue City Reviews. It is storming out once again, so once again my equipment is shut off. Thought I would crank out another couple reviews. I've decided to watch the Howling series backwards, starting with 6. I don't have access to 7, maybe I'll get to it later, but starting with 6 and then just work my way back because my fiance started 5 with me and then she's like, I want to watch 4. I was like, really? She's like, yeah, this is hilarious. So we put on 4, and I think we're just going to finish it off, working backwards. It'll be interesting. But next up was the Howling 5. Love this cover. It says Kevin's here. I got this used. I don't want to pull it off in case Kevin has passed away now, and just for karma's sake, I don't want to rip it off. This cover is great. I don't think this werewolf is in the movie. Well, no werewolves are in the movie, really, but I think this guy's from 4. I could be wrong about that. Great cover, though. I've got the DVD, too, but this is pretty cool. I gotta say, these have a reputation of being really terrible, and I can definitely see why, right? Sorry, I just ate some popcorn, and the first film is a classic, and, a lot of people were just insulted by everything that came afterwards, especially since most of it was just so damn cheap and strange. But if you go to what's out there now, in terms of, start at like a Netflix or like a Vudu or something, and go to the horror section, and just start from the top and work your way down, man. And there's some great stuff in there, of course, naturally. On the low budget side of things, there's some phenomenal stuff. On the big budget side of things, obviously, there's some phenomenal stuff. But about 2/3 of it is whack. And I mean, there's a fan base for that stuff. Like the Killjoy and, Don't Fuck in the Woods. That stuff has its fans. But, I mean, even something like Netflix's Open House. I would put the majority of these sequels, if not all of them, over that stuff. Again, I haven't seen Part 7 yet. But I'm just saying, I think if people were to go back and look at these and then look at, where, really cheap, low-budget horror is now, at least a lot of it, they'd be like, oh, that's not so bad. Those look like actual films with actual scenes and actual stories that are going somewhere, Anywho, I'm not saying this is a good film, and I would never recommend it. The werewolves are blink and you miss it. Well, blink six times and you'll miss it, because it's literally, it shows up for that fast. The plot is about a group of people who are invited to this castle's reopening by this count. And the castle is a good setting. One of the definite positives about this movie. I never mind spending time in an old, creepy castle, especially when it's, pretty cool location, and they light it okay. And as this group of people are in this castle, they begin to get picked off one by this werewolf, apparently, although you can barely see it. Sorry to quit harping on that, but if they had put even 2 minutes of werewolf in here, this might be more kindly received. There is a lot of talking in this movie, a whole bunch of it, and the acting is hey, for the budget, you got to go with what you got, right? I'm sure the resources were limited, but it's filmed well. They're doing some legitimate camera work. Yes, spiraling the camera around the table, and the actors all know their lines, and they're hitting their beats, and the staging is good. I didn't see any boom mics hanging over their head, as I did in the last one. I enjoyed the last one more now, actually, having watched 6 and 5 back-to-back. I will say, I like 6 more. I still enjoy this, though. But you know what this movie is? It's just a big, long, cheap, hilarious tease. We're going to show you the werewolf. Going to show you where... Ow! Gonna show you the werewolf. Oh, and then they get to the end, and the full moon comes out, and you figure out who the werewolf is. Spoilers, obviously, it's the young lady, and they go in on her eyes, and you think, oh shit, here it comes. She's gonna change and just rip this guy apart. Nope. She just grins at the camera and then roll credits. They don't even give her an eye effect or anything. So we were laughing pretty hard watching this. Again, this is not like a thumbs up or anything. This is like if you're in the mood for late 80s direct-to-video rip-off fun. You know, it's definitely strange. You got to give it that. There's really nothing else like it. Sometimes I think it's like they had a script that they were trying to turn into a Clue type of thing because it's got that whodunit angle. And then they just decided, well, fuck it. We'll throw a werewolf in there last minute and turn it into a Howling movie. But then again, the guy who wrote this wrote a few of the other ones. So who knows? It's weird. Howling 5, The Rebirth. Yeah. Thanks for watching Blue City Reviews. Next up, Howling 4, The Original Nightmare.